Sometimes we forget why we're here. It's easy to fall off track. These help us remember.
These battle scars don't look like they're faded, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battles.
Growing up I had a dream, something no one else could see. Tell me what it means when your faith is falling beneath your knees and you can't breathe. Everything you see reminds you of what you're not or something you won't be. You gotta take what you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business. Not because they wanna do it, just because they heard it pays. And who the fuck wants to be poor knowing that's how we've been raised? Society is getting heavy, I can feel the weight. The pressure of success is like 100 million pounds of shame. And that's the reason I'm staying up late, trying to find a way to escape the stereotypes. This day and age is making me feel like the only way I'll be happy is getting signed to a label and making money through rapping. I wanna share my emotion because this world is attacking the very principle of life that lets the people be happy. If you don't have a reason to breathe, why even live? These battle scars are impressions of everything that it is.
Scars don't look like they're faded, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battle scars don't look like they're faded, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battles.
Now, if I had a voice that reached 100 million people, I'd tell them there's a reason that we're all created equal. Cause some decide to be great and some decide a sequel to an average person's life is simply what they want to be. So you make your decision, all I know is what I'm given won't define the life I lead or the way I dwell in existence. I've seen a greater image on the walls of where I'm living, and the words twisted and scripted remind me of something written. Faith is a gift that is given down to the people. If one believes it, one receives it. It's given if it is needed. Don't ever think you're trapped in a life that you never wanted. Your options are infinite, that's some mathematical logic. I'm not saying I'm a prophet, I'm speaking for what it's worth. These lyrics define my prayers and these battle scars on my church. Not saying I'm a prophet, I'm speaking for what it's worth. These lyrics define my prayers, these battle scars on my church.
Scars don't look like they're faded, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battle scars don't look like they're faded, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change.
Well, hello everyone. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Hopefully we won't have too long of an intro here. I'm freezing cold. I'm still a Florida girl at heart in Colorado. Hold on. I'm trying to get my heater underneath the desk so I could keep it on and it won't make too much noise. One sec. Come on now. If it's not perfectly level, it doesn't stay on. I've got this weird lumpy carpet. All right, I'm probably going to burn my feet up because you probably still hear it, but I'm cold. So let me know if it's distracting. I'll listen to this recording on the way afterwards, and we'll see how it goes. So it's a LP history night. We only have 3 more left to this issue, but before I do like my little intro, let's do the grifting, shall we? So, my friends here at Asteros.com, spelled like Asteros, but it's pronounced Asteros like Fred Astaire. So, if you are in need of cyber security services because you think your Twitter account might get taken over by Tyler Hobbs selling NFTs, then you need Asteros. You see that segue? I am just using everything I can, milking it for all it's worth. But seriously, if you have an online organization or business, Asteros could help you from having Tyler Hobbs take over your account and sell NFTs. So, Asteros.com/free, and they'll give you a free initial surface penetration audit. And thank you, Jeremy. Asteros is owned by a libertarian, so you are supporting a libertarian business. So thank you so much, Zach, who owns the company, for being a sponsor of this show. Along the bottom is my Patreon. As I've been saying, it's rough for YouTubers right now. So if you do enjoy this content, I would truly, truly appreciate you considering becoming a patron of the show. I certainly do put out a lot of content, so it is a part-time job for me. I would appreciate it if we do the voluntary market thing and support. So patreon.com/Pink Flame of Liberty. I do have some patron-only content. At least it stays patron-only for like a year or so. And it's going through books in depth. Right now, we are going through The Problem of Political Authority, which is one of my favorite books. Libertarian books. My favorite fiction is so funny. Nobody else likes this book but me. Well, most people haven't heard of it, but it's Donna Tartt's The Secret History. I just love that book. Like, I've probably been through it about 30 times now, which is what I obsessively do when I really like something. But anyway, yes, patreon.com/Pink Flame of Liberty. Now, let's get right to the history, shall we? Unless there was anything else, y'all can ask questions in chat. And lately, I have not been putting this up on the screen. I've just been going through it because I prefer to have your comments on the screen. And I want to see who I forgot to say hi to because some of the chat went by. See, Michael, Dave, Lorraine, Jeremy, Nathan. Okay, perfect. And Nathan asked if I wanted to give directly which avenue has the least fees. That is, I know everyone's mad at PayPal right now, so I don't want to say that. And same thing with Venmo. I am trying to find another means, but it's pretty much PayPal and Venmo has the least. Patreon fees are actually quite reasonable, which is why I've stayed with them. But yeah, I know we're all mad at PayPal right now. I said, jokes on them. I never have any money in my account for them to steal. So yeah, Patreon right now. I do have a locals.com also. And I think they go through Stripe, and I don't think we're mad at Stripe right now. There's no content on locals.com, but I do have an account because I had a subscriber ask me to do that because they preferred to do something through locals.com. I also have a Subscribe Star, but very few people use that, and unless you get a certain minimum, they hold on to subscriptions. You have to have a certain amount built up before they send out a payment, which Patreon doesn't do. But hey, Subscribe Star is also another one. I think they also pay out through Stripe or direct deposit. Yes, and locals.com does not, though, have any content on it like Patreon does. But I could start putting up my Patreon only content there, but any of my subscribers through any of the avenues, you get access to my private Discord where I do post links to the book stuff. So even if you're not in Patreon, you would still end up getting links. That was kind of long. All right, so let's get going with the history, shall we? I keep thinking of all these rabbit trails to go down. Ballots are dropping here in Colorado any day. I got my notification. We do mail-in here. We've been doing it for a long time, and we haven't had a problem. I know a lot of people, their states have had problems, maybe because Colorado's been doing it for so long. We really haven't had an issue with mail-in ballots, and it tracks from beginning to end. It's kind of slick. But, I'm in the last part of my campaign. This weekend will be the last door lit drop. We've got to get out 2,500 more pieces of door literature because then people will be sending in their ballots. It's really the last weekend to have a major, major push because you start having diminishing returns. Okay. Now, I'm not lying. LP history. So, Oh my God, we got to put this up on the screen if I can, because you have to see the picture of this guy. He looks like Freddie Mercury. Hold on. When I originally put up this next screen, don't get triggered. It's going to be the Southern Poverty Law Center stuff, which I haven't removed from my queue yet, but we'll find the LP history. Hold on, because I still have that. Nope, that's not it. Yes, there we go. Okay, so let me find... Okay, it's the guy there in the upper corner. Doesn't he? Looks like a Freddie Mercury on the phone, but it's Sanford Cohen. So Sandy Cohen uses media. Okay, in retrospect, okay, 50 years in the future, that headline is funny with that picture. Because it makes it seem like the only media they had was telephones. Like, not TV, not radio. This is media. Hello, I'm calling every voter individually. JJ, are you going to register to attend the New Mexico Organizing Convention? Remember, that's open to the public. Of course, only National Party members residing in New Mexico as of October 14th can vote, but anyone else can attend. So I was just looking at the registration list because I'm doing the pre-credentialing for them. So I figured you'd want to attend. I need to make sure Richard Brown's going to be there as well. Alrighty, so Sandy Cohen uses media, has knack for publicity. Alrighty, let's see. Crap, I forgot to bring my magnifying glass down again. You can see right on the screen how tiny this print is. You can tell the average age of LP members back then was in the 20s, unlike now. Oh my word, I could barely read this. JJ, when is it? It's October 29th, noon Mountain Time. And the registration link is on lp.org on the front page. It's been also on the LNC list. I'm probably going to post it again on the LNC list. Oh, the link is also in LNC Membership Connection Group. I just reposted it again today. Alrighty. Libertarian candidates for office are increasingly common. I wonder how many they considered increasingly common back then. As election year 1974 wears on, many of them are restricted by state and local election laws, and still are. They may run only as write-in candidates, or they may spread the gospel of libertarianism, it literally says that, only by running on a major party platform. But things are different in New York. There, a candidate may qualify for the ballot on any party by gathering the required number of signatures on a petition. Oof, this heater is... I'm wearing... As you can tell, I'm still in my work clothes, and I'm wearing my work shoes, which are totally cute. I'm going to see if I can show you these shoes without giving you... I don't know if I can do it without... Oh, look, check out my pantyhose, too. Don't they match. But aren't those cute shoes? You got to admit, those are cute shoes. Hopefully I didn't flash my underwear at you. But because they have metal on them, they're really heating up with this heater down here. But you got to admit that matching the stockings with the shirt. Okay. I got some funky fashion sense. All right, where were we? By gathering the required number of signatures on a petition. And there, in New York's 25th Congressional District, Free Libertarian Party candidate Sandy Cohen has won a place on the ballot after collecting over 11,000 signatures. And if the convention goes well, and the petition by the LNC is approved, New Mexico, at least until our trademark issues are over with, will be the Free Libertarian Party of New Mexico, in a shout-back tribute to New York in the 70s. Fish, a member of a well-known American political family... Did I knock down... Yeah, hold on. This is distracting me. I'll have to fix that later. This cable is really bugging me. I had it hooked up here, and I don't know what happened. Was not a nationally known public figure up until the recent House Judiciary impeachment hearings, in which he participated as a member. His input into the hearings rendered him slightly less obscure. Fish faces opposition, not only from Cohen, but also from Democrat Nicholas Angel. Cohen proudly points out that Engel required 5 weeks to amass 4,500 signatures for ballot qualification, while Cohen's 14-day effort netted him triple that amount in the heavily Republican upstate district. Wow, that's quite some petition gathering skills. Like Jerome Tuchelli, Free Libertarian Party candidate for governor of New York, Cohen has a knack for garnering favorable publicity. Nor is Cohen shy when it comes to stating his libertarian principles. Each press release issued by his campaign office includes the statement, Sandy Cohen is the only candidate for U.S. Congress in the 25th District who is committed to the free enterprise system, limited government, strict respect for civil liberties, and an anti-interventionist foreign policy. Some libertarians today need to remember that we're anti-interventionists or non-interventionists. A lot of people seem to have forgotten that lately, including a former chair. Okay, so far, neither of his opponents have challenged this statement. Cohen's principles are summarized in a 5-point, concisely libertarian platform, which he freely distributes. Along with it, he includes a 17-point, libertarians love their points, don't they? A 17-point program for achieving his goals, covering issues from tax reduction to the gold standard. The Free Libertarian campaign has not been without obstacles. Official harassment beyond the usual bureaucratic bumbling has been apparent, resulting in a number of complaints, charges, directives, and the consequent publicity. A Cohen campaign poster affixed to private property with the owner's permission drew the ire of zoning officials, while attempts to raise funds through a lottery provoked the interest of zealous state officials. In both cases, the controversies were heavily covered in the local press, including a newspaper editorial speculating on selective enforcement of New York's lottery laws. I want to try to find these articles. So we may have more than 3 episodes, actually, because there are some articles that we're going to look up at the end. But something I wanted to look up here, they were talking about his campaign literature. I think we have some of that on Elpedia. So I want to look up Sanford, because I might be thinking of Jerome Tuchelli, but I thought we had some Cohen stuff up here. Oh, check this out. You can see a better picture of him. Hold on. I am going to go back to this screen. Need to turn off the chat for a second. And let's pull up Elpedia. Let's learn a little more about Sanford Cohen. Check him out. But he's kind of being covered up a little bit by my social medias there. But let's scroll down and you'll be able to see it a little better. So, Sandy Cohen. Okay, let's see what we have for him. Okay, we do have a couple things from him. So we'll take a look at this thank you letter and this poster that we have from his 1974 campaign. Okay, so here's a thank you letter. Dear Freedom Lover, thank you for your contribution. That's sweet. Look at this. Somebody preserved this. And you can see the Free Libertarian Party down there at the bottom. Ooh, they were incorporated. Uh-oh. Hope some oligarchs, hope Holly Ward doesn't get a time machine to go back in the past and try to dissolve them. Okay, and here's his poster with that same picture. That's probably where we got the picture from. Reduce all taxes, end inflation, repeal all victimless crime laws, Cohen for Congress, Free Libertarian Party. Simple. Alrighty, so that was fun. 1974 stuff going on there. Okay, let's go back to the main screen. Back to here. Okay. Oh, and by the way, so I raised enough money today to send out 500 more postcards. So that means 2,500 postcards are going to independents or non-affiliateds in my district. I am $45 away from raising $2,500 for my town council campaign. So I was pretty thrilled about that. I would have liked to have raised more. Who wouldn't, right? But I am really happy with that. It's never too late, though, to donate. Karen for CastleRock.com. But in running now my first serious town council campaign, I can tell you to run a very well done town council campaign, to really get all the mailings out and stuff, it's a minimum of 10 grand, at least in Castle Rock. Got a good feel for it now. It's cheaper than running for LNC. Isn't that funny? Because there's a lot of travel running for LNC. I've told people how much it takes to run a real LNC officer campaign, and they about died from the oh, thank you, Nathan. So I'm now just $35 away. Thank you so much, Nathan. Yeah, people have had sticker shock when I told them to run a serious LNC officer campaign, how much it costs. But now I've got a really good idea how much it costs to run a pretty serious town council campaign in the size of the district I'm in. I'm fortunate that town council's not at large here. It is divided into districts, so that makes it a smaller chunk, and I like that a lot better. Okay, let's get back to the news. But I super appreciate that, Nathan. But you want to know what I'm laughing about? So we're a home rule town, which is fun. And I don't mean that sarcastically. That's good. There's a lot of our own rules that we set here. So I don't have to report to the state of Colorado any campaign contributions, only to the town of Castle Rock. And there's no limits, which is like bizarre. Like there's no campaign contribution limits. Not that anybody at a town council race gets amounts that much, but I'm just saying that is really strange to me because I'm just so used to that. But, you know, so I've been turning in my paperwork, and I know my opponents. I haven't bothered to look at their campaign contributions because good on them, whatever they're able to raise. But I know they're looking at mine because they don't know me that well here. I mean, they know me, but I don't think I don't know if my opponents are terribly aware I'm national secretary. I mean, it's in my bio, but I'm not, it's a nonpartisan race, so that's not a big part of my campaign. But I'm pretty positive when they looked at my campaign disclosures, they're like, what the hell is all these out-of-state people so interested in Castle Rock? Because most of my contributions are people I know online. So I would say about $1,000 of it is local, and the other $1,500 is out of state. And they're probably like, "Why does somebody in Pennsylvania care about Castle Rock?" It's funny, and I am super grateful. The Mises Caucus sent me a donation. They are supporting candidates like they said they would. So, all y'all who want to whine about a PAC, I'm grateful for the donation from the caucus. I will tell you that. I also did get a donation from the Libertarian Party of Colorado, which was super nice because it's the state parties need to be supporting candidates. Okay, they gave me my seed money. That was actually my first donation was from somebody online. When I just mentioned it on the show, but like the one that really got me started to buy yard signs and things like that was from the LPCO. All right, now funding woes. Oh, in 1974 they had funding woes. I thought that was just because of a takeover in Reno, and we aren't having funding woes, by the way. But it's just so funny that there's nothing new under the sun and everyone pretends like there is. So let's read about the funding woes that beset the national office in 1974. Bunchy's happy about it. Look at him. Look at that grin. How can you not smile when Bunchy is right there? Exactly. Okay. Here we go. Funding woes beset national office. The National LP Headquarters Fund. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, it's funny. No, more than 1,000 is local. Because I'm just adding up. Probably like $1,300 of it is local. Maybe $1,400. I just am adding up stuff in my head. Sorry, I just don't like being inaccurate. The National LP Headquarters Fund, after a rapid start that featured 4 contributions of $1,000 or greater, and that was a lot of money in 1974, is now seriously short of funds. If we don't receive some substantial donations from LP members within the next 2 months, explained Chairman Edward H. Crane, a number of the activities at our headquarters will have to be curtailed. It is hoped that enough money will be contributed to allow the party to hire a national executive director. The first full-time paid employee of the National Libertarian Party is Brian Reamer, age 30. Never heard of him. This is interesting. Mr. Reamer coordinates the activities of the national headquarters in San Francisco in his capacity as administrative assistant. And there's a picture there. Party professionals. Brian Reamer, I guess that's him on the left, works with LP National Chairman Ed Crane behind desk and making the national office function on a day-to-day basis. This makes it sound like Ed Crane was in the office each day. Maybe he was. The national chair's never been a paid position, so if he was, you know, that was just him just being able to afford to do that. Now, look in the background of that picture. You might not be able to see it on the screen, but there's a wall calendar there with some kind of picture on it. It looks like maybe it's a picture of historic San Francisco. I wish I could see that more clearly. And then over in the left, there's another poster on the wall. You could probably barely see it, but I obviously can see it here, and it says, "Don't tread on me." So that's interesting. Let's see what we can see on the desk here. I love examining photos like this. I can't tell what's in... Oh, those are blinds in the background. I got it. That's why it's so washed out, the picture. There's sunlight coming through there. And, oh my God. So up towards the front, I know you guys can't see it. Like maybe right around this area of the picture. Hey, the other Karen. It's a stamp holder. You know those revolving, is like a Lazy Susan for stamps like draft or whatever. That's pretty cool. And then there's a magazine right there. I wish I could see what magazine it is. It has someone's face on it, but I can't see anything more. And I'm looking for an ashtray because that would be so 1970s. There's a typewriter. Can't really see much else here. I do not see an ashtray. But it is such a washed out picture. It's so hard to see. All right, that is it for... Oh, this is perfect. Half hours about what I'm trying to keep these history shows to. So, I'm going to show you what we're going to do next time. Next time we'll be at this page, which is... Nope, that's not it. Hosper's Camp... What page is this? Oh, we went through that. Okay. Hosper's campaign goes into high gear, and Ciuccelli seeks 50,000 votes in New York. Oh, we already did the Ciuccelli one. That's a continued from page 1. So let me cross that out. So next week, maybe we'll do the rest of this. Or we just might do this page and go over some state officers. But anyway, that's where we're headed. And then there's just one other page at the back. And then we're going to close out the month with me looking up some of those news articles that I've been circling and saying, like there, oh, we need to look this up. So there'll be some miscellaneous news articles at the end. All right, everyone. I'm going to... get going. I need to finish handwriting postcards. Yes, I am handwriting postcards to every libertarian in my district. And I've said on the postcards, if you're willing to put out a yard sign, contact me. And I've had multiple libertarians already get in touch and say, yes, I'll gladly put out a yard sign. So that is, it's worked. It's worked. I was hoping that would work so I can, get at least some more yard signs out. But yeah, we're in the final few the final rounds here, and now the chips will fall where they may. In either event, I'm happy with the effort I did. I'm going to be at peace with whatever happens. It's my first serious public office run, so it's been fun. But this weekend, whoa, we're going to have to really pound the pavement. If you're in Colorado and would like to help, I need the help. We've got to get out 2,500 pieces of door literature. All right, everyone, I hope you have an awesome night. I hope to stream tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Tuesday. Why do I think there's something going on? Well, I'm going to try. We shall see. I hope you have an awesome night. Bye-bye.
Given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians, or choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.